they look at universities and they see, okay, my university has a campus in China. It used to have a Confucius Institute. It has all these joint partnerships. Are they really going to prioritize me over all of these financial opportunities that they're going to want to protect?
Can you give me a specific example of a university protecting a different country over a student?
Yeah, so it's funny, I had actually sat down to start writing this book in early 2022, and a sort of perfect example of what I'm talking about emerged at George Washington University. So there, a group of students anonymously posted artwork from a Australian Chinese artist called Badia Chow, and the artwork was very critical of the Olympic Games being held in China, and it was essentially, from far away, it might look like it's posters promoting China's Olympic Games, but when you get closer, you realize it was actually drawing attention to human rights abuses in China and the ethical and moral challenges of hosting the Olympics there. So students put these up. And some other student groups. One group that I talk about a lot, the Chinese Students and Scholars Association, they complained to the university and they said that the posters were offensive and hurtful and that they insulted China and that the university had to act. And the university did act. They took the posters down. The president of the university at the time said that he was personally offended by the posters and that he was going to make sure they were removed and that he was actually going to try to unmask the people who had posted them, which is a really incredible thing to say, that you're going to use your university's, security forces to try to figure out who anonymously criticized the Chinese government.
Yeah, that's
Um,
insane.
yeah, like, it was a really thoughtless and careless act. And I don't think, my guess is that a university saw students complaining about something offensive on campus and wanted to act about it, but didn't really think through what it would mean to create a track record and create a disciplinary history for students. And as I pointed out at the time, what they were putting students at the risk of was if these were international students from China, and at least some of them it turned out ultimately were, they were putting them at risk of really serious retaliation at home from their families at home. And so fortunately, the university did the difficult thing of admitting it had made a mistake and reversed course. But um, I don't think that after that happened, students who wanted to protest the Chinese government at GW would feel like they could safely do so without not only being censored, but also maybe, being at risk of really severe trouble when they return home just because they protested here.
How were they put in the position where they decided to apologize? Like, who pushed was it everybody pushing back, or was it you guys at Fire pushing back?
So we at Fire wrote it up and we said, what's happening. We told any students who were involved, if they need assistance, to reach out to us. I think there were some senators who maybe even responded. So there was pretty widespread attention on this. And I think, without that, it's possible that GW wouldn't have changed course. So it's hard to know what would have happened without that. But fortunately, we had, a lot of attention on this, and that's the way it was able to change.